Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what screams I lost the argument. I guess I'm just a terrible mother. Are you quoting my mom? Our mom, comrade. When they go completely off topic. Well, I don't like your username. Well, I don't like your mom. When personal attacking starts. Enjoy your ban. Some of these mods are fucking ridiculous. Edit. Holy Lord, this is the most upvotees I've ever gotten. Guess that proves my point. Whatever, you're salty. Pretty much any reference to salt, yes. If your only rebuttal is oh yeah. Well, you're a cribberby. You've already lost the argument. There's also circumstances that leave you no choice. I've had to argue with someone who never addressed my points and made snide sarcastic responses consistently. I just called him a fucking brat and gave up because he was goading me into roasting his ass. When they start bullying you instead of trying to prove their argument. Edit. Jesus H. Christ, I didn't expect so many upvotees. Thanks for the awards. I was going to say the same thing. Once they start getting personal and away from the actual context of the argument, it's going downhill fast. Yep, there's a reason ad hominem attacks are a logical fallacy. When you start replying like this. What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda, and I have over 300 confirmed kills. I am trained in guerrilla warfare and I'm the top sniper in the entire US Armed Forces. You are nothing to me but just another target. I will wipe you the fuck out with precision, the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth, mark my fucking words. You think you can get away with saying that shit to me over the internet? Think again, fucker. As we speak, I am contacting my secret network of spies across the USA and your IP is being traced right now, so you better prepare for the storm, maggot. The storm that wipes out the pathetic little thing you call your life. You're fucking dead, kid. I can be anywhere, anytime, and I can kill you in over 700 ways, and that's just with my bare hands. Not only am I extensively trained in unarmed combat, but I have access to the entire arsenal of the United States Marine Corps, and I will use it to its full extent to wipe your miserable ass off the face of the continent, you little shit. If only you could have known what unholy retribution your little clever comment was about to bring down upon you, maybe you would have held your fucking tongue. But you couldn't, you didn't, and now you're paying the price, you goddamn idiot. I will shit fury all over you and you will drown in it. You're fucking dead, kiddo. What the say did you just say fuck me about, you bitching a little? I'll have you graduate, I know, top of my SEALs in the Navy classes, and I've been raided in numerous Al-Qaeda secret involvements, and I have killed over 300 confirmations. I am a trained guerrilla. In warfare, I'm the sniper arm in the entire US force tops. You are targeting me, but I'm just another nothing. I will fuck you with precision, the wipe switch has never been liked before on this scene. Earth, fuck my marking words. You can get away with thinking that shit over me to the internet. Fuck again, thinker. As we spy, I am networking my secret speaking across the trace, and your IP is being prepared right now, so you better storm the maggots. The wipes that storms out of the little pathetic thing. Life you call yours. You're fucking dead, kids. I can be anytime. I can weigh you in over 700 kills, and that's my bare hands. Not only am I extensively accessed by trains, but I have no arms for combating the entire arsenal United States, and I will use it to wipe your miserable ass. You shit the face off of the continent. If you only could have commented what unholy cleverness your little retribution was about to bring down upon you, maybe you would have fucked your tongue. But you wouldn't, you shouldn't, and now you're holding the pay, you goddamn idiot. I will drown in shit fury. Sincerely, you're dead fucking kiddo. You are wrong. No, you are wrong, Ash. Bringing up old arguments that have nothing to do with the current one, lol. Edit. Lady here. Understand that they are people, of all genders, who don't know how to have a calm, productive discussion that remains on topic. Even if you disagree, just give the person time to say their piece, and afterwards both of you can come to a resolution that is on topic. Forgive people because that is something that you would want from someone else. Don't keep a scoreboard of rights and wrongs. I got into a very long argument with my boss / brother before we parted ways. I brought up things from 5 years ago, but all regarding the job and issues that were building. He brought up some of the same, but also one personal thing about his wife and I that literally had nothing to do about what was going on. It's when I knew he was grasping at straw and that I was in the right street the time. You had an affair with your brother's wife, didn't you? When they just start yelling shit like look at you. You know so much. Smart ass bitch. You know this is why your ex cheated. You're insufferable, and loudly banging things, stomping, etc. I think you should stay away from that person. Agreed, that's horrible. Oddly specific. Are you okay? Are any of us really okay? I have a right to my opinion. Of course you do, and usually at this point in the argument no one has said otherwise, but that doesn't mean your opinion is supported by evidence. Similarly, people tend to confuse being legally in the clear with being justified more broadly. I remember arguing with a friend that a particular movement was stupid, and he replied, well, the same right that allows you to criticize them allows them to do it. And it's like, yeah, of course they have the right to do it. That doesn't make it a smart thing to do. Or when somebody says they have a right to an opinion but it turns out their opinion is really a fact that is not true. Edit, I have already clarified below that I typed this out quickly and immediately realized it wasn't a good way to say what I meant. But I specifically mean people who hide behind well that's just my opinion when spreading objectively and verifiably false information. My point seems to have been sufficiently conveyed for most people who understand what I was going for here. I mean, it gets again to the legal versus moral thing. You have a legal right to believe things that aren't true, but it's also not a great way for society to function. Directing towards some other topic. When someone points out that you ate the last sausage and they know because there's half a sausage sticking out of your mouth you've given up the game by saying, yeah, well what about the time you ate all the corn chips? Separate argument, my dude. Ah yes, deflectio. Was hoping someone would say this. I have a friend on Facebook whom I don't see eye to eye on regarding politics. He'll post a meme, I'll say something about it, and if he doesn't have a comeback for my comment he'll deflect to yeah but what about? I usually just respond with something like that's not what the meme is about, please stay in the lane here. Ah, hetabotism. But at a certain point, it's gotta be relevant. Like, if a family member keeps eating basically all of the food in parties, then one time you eat one doubt too much in another party, and he berates you, you gotta fucking point out that he keeps eating way too much food in other parties and has no reason to be complaining about you. That's my biggest gripe with people shouting hetabotism. All the time. Sometimes yeah, but if someone is a hypocrite it can be totally relevant to point out. When the ad hominem attacks begin. Nothing says I'm out of reasonable options better than attacking somebody for their profile picture lol. Hippie. Green thing. When they start responding with who asked even though they started it. No one asked for your opinion. Good, but you're still gonna hear it. Trying to focus on side points of yours that don't really have anything to do with the main point as a means of diversion. Or when they successfully rebut one of your supporting arguments, for example. A bad analogy, and treat it as a total victory, even though they still haven't addressed your core argument. This is why I no longer use analogies. There is no perfect analogy. They are meant to help people see things in a different way. People who aren't arguing in good faith don't care about that. When they tell you to do your research. Ash, yes. This is my pet peeve. I was talking to a friend a while back, and he was using some pretty extreme appeals to authority. He wanted me to accept everything he was claiming without proof. He said that I should trust him, because he's spent 10 years researching this topic. I said, well, 10 years of research, that's incredible. Can you send me your notes so I can review your sources? And of course he had no notes. Wait, you did 10 years of research, and you didn't take a single note? He just kept saying do your own research, etc. Really what he meant was that he had listened to a bunch of hyper-biased news sources for years, and never actually researched anything. Sometimes a person doesn't have the time or energy to properly cite how someone is wrong. Like flat earthers should read more books, but I'm not going to take the time to give them a reading list. Someone said this to my brother recently when he corrected them on some coronavirus stuff. His response was, well, I'm doing my postdoc in virology. I work in the lab of one of the people on the vaccine approval board, and I've been in this field for over 15 years. So I've done a bit of research. Of course there was no response to that. I usually get into online arguments with people in video games where nobody knows what I look like IRL. Usually, they'll resort to calling a kid or a 9-year-old or whatever when I disagree with them. For such an unoriginal comeback, they've already lost. So your argument is so terrible a 9-year-old can see what's wrong with it. I'm all for being the better person and seeing the good in people, but if they are unwilling to listen, it's not worth the effort explaining. So your argument is so terrible a 9-year-old can see what's wrong with it. Stealing that.